Alright, this is the last tutorial that I'll do for today, till I see you guys back tomorrow. So we just went over the distort. Hopefully you watched that one first. If not, I would recommend reviewing that first before looking at the gradient. Alright, so to achieve something like this, I know that you can tediously go through, and sometimes it is useful to select, 2 or 3 letters, and then take your eyedropper tool and then copy your image. The other way that you can add gradient, it's not as clear as it is in InDesign, but I'll show you how to do it. It is possible. So we're going to start with just a basic gradient, and the window that you need to have available is appearance. So anytime you don't see a window, you want to go to window and just click on the one that you don't see. This is where you'll find layers, color, gradient, any of those good windows that we use quite a bit. Sorry. Okay, so the first thing you want to make sure of, I'm going to start from the beginning here. So your text is going to be black, and that's fine. So take the selection tool, make sure that it's got the box around it. First things first, you want no fill, so no color. And I know your text is going to disappear, so don't worry. Now, on our Appearance tab, we want to go to the menu, and we want to add a new fill. So this is how we're going to fill it with a new gradient. So add a new fill, you'll see that it goes back to black, which is the default. But if you click that down arrow, you get your different swatches that have been programmed in, or just your standard ones, and there's also some gradients. And also patterns, things like that. So with this one up here, I had clicked the regular gradient. Maybe I want the orange to red or yellow to red. Now if you want a new one that's not available on here yet, you can click here and add a new swatch, and you can title it, maybe this is, I don't know, let's say red to white. And now with this one, I can take that color, getting there, just want this guy to go away, and I can customize it, and you guys should remember this from InDesign. And you can flop these around, because you can see how I move it on either side. So I know I want this to go red to white. So this one, I'm going to have this white, and go back here, and you can see it's already changing it. So if I want to customize this one, I really like it, I know I'm going to use it again, you can save any of these that you make, and then you can also see your other options of what you have going on. As far as that goes, there's also different ways to flip it if you decide it needs to go the other direction, or the angles should work. Yep. So I've got a 90 degree or 120, so you can kind of see how it's angling and shading that way. And with this in mind, you can click and drag these off at any point, or you can add as many as you need. The only thing to make sure of is these little diamonds, they basically are telling you how sharp of a contrast you want one color to go to the next. So if I made this, I don't know, say blue, and then move the stars close to one color or the other, you can see how it goes straight from blue to red. But if I want it to have a nice gradation, this needs to be directly about center between the two. Then you get those mid colors of actually mixing them together, just as if you were mixing paint. I think that is about it. One other thing we could do, so again in your swatches, if you found one that you like, you should be able to, I'm crossing my fingers, yep, click and hold and drop it right next to all your gradients, and it's a new gradient swatch. And remember, you can double click, call it what you want, so now this is red, violet, white. Not that you really need to name it, but if you have particular ones, especially as they relate to your artwork, you can make a folder for it. Get as organized as you need to, but again, as long as you have one selected, you can change the gradient that's going on or flip things around. Alright, so pretty cool. Alright, that is it for this tutorial.